Starting your fitness journey can be really exciting. At first, it's easy to put a lot of muscle on quickly, like 10, 15, or even 20 pounds. This can drastically change how you look. In fact, if you use this first-timer muscle boost, you might see more muscle growth in your first year than in the next 4 years combined. This is because our bodies respond strongly to new workouts when we first start. Sadly, this quick growth doesn't last. What used to take 4 weeks might now take 4 months. Also, gaining 5 pounds of muscle in a year can be tough when compared to the 15 pounds you could have added before. And it's harder to see the change when you look at yourself in the mirror every day. But if you focus on building up 3 specific important muscles, you can still look a lot bigger. Adding 5 pounds of muscle in these areas can make you look like you gained 10 to 15 pounds all over. I'm excited to show you guys a nifty variation of a shoulder exercise that can spark more muscle growth over time. But now let's focus on the aesthetically appealing trapezius muscles, commonly known as the traps. Prominent traps often symbolize strength and masculinity. Observing steroid users can demonstrate this point. These individuals typically experience a faster growth rate in their traps than in any other muscle group, due to the higher concentration of androgen receptors in this area. This implies that larger traps are usually indicative of elevated testosterone levels. In addition to augmenting your front profile, well-built traps render a powerful appearance from the rear and side perspectives too. Now let's discuss the most effective exercises to enhance your traps. The trapezius muscle is composed of 3 sections: upper, middle, and lower. For the most striking visual impact, our primary focus should be on the middle and upper traps. The upper traps mainly assist in shoulder elevation or shrugging, whereas the middle traps facilitate scapular retraction, or pulling your shoulder blades back. A key exercise for targeting your traps is the deadlift, which you're likely already incorporating into your routine. However, for those struggling to develop their traps despite consistent heavy lifting, I have another recommendation. Given that the primary function of the upper traps involves shoulder elevation, it's understandable that shrugging would be our main exercise. But research shows that positioning your arms at an angle rather than straight by your sides can significantly increase upper trap activation. A great way to do this is by incorporating the snatch grip barbell shrug, where you maintain a slight forward lean. While the barbell shrug may appear to be an uncomplicated exercise, it's crucial to avoid some common mistakes to achieve optimal results. One such error is gripping the bar at shoulder width, as you might do with a traditional shrug, while maintaining an upright posture. This positioning actually limits the activation of your upper traps. Another frequent misstep that will prevent you from maximizing muscle gain in this area is neglecting to control the weight during the downward or eccentric phase of the lift. Although this might enable you to lift heavier weights, it's significantly more advantageous to use a manageable weight. This approach optimizes muscle growth and mitigates the risk of injury. To ensure you're getting the most from this exercise, pay attention to your grip and body posture. Position your hands on the bar so that when you're standing upright, the bar aligns with the top of your pubic bone. Slightly lean your torso forward, then shrug the bar upward and inward, as though you're attempting to touch your ears with your shoulders. Be mindful to control the weight during the descent, and start the next rep once your arms are fully extended and your traps are entirely elongated. By the way, you're going to want to check out our 2 ebooks in the description below for a comprehensive guide on how to build muscle quickly and how to optimize your nutrition in the correct way to meet your goals. Alright, let's talk shoulders. Your shoulders, especially the mid-delts, play a pivotal role in defining your physique. They truly enhance the broadness of your upper body, creating that desired V shape. For a well-rounded shoulder development, you'll need to focus on the overhead press. Not only does it effectively work all 3 parts of the deltoid, but it's also super versatile when it comes to adding weight. And here's a friendly tip. Consider ramping up your training frequency. If you're hitting those delts once a week, how about we slide in a second session? Now, while the overhead press is fantastic, let's not neglect the importance of giving some direct love to those mid-delts. They're the stars when it comes to amplifying your frame's width. A lot of folks incorporate dumbbell lateral raises towards the end of their routine, hoping to broaden their shoulders. However, the conventional lat raise might fall a bit short due to its uneven resistance throughout the motion. That's where the Egyptian lateral raise comes into play. It's a nifty variation that addresses the shortcomings of the traditional dumbbell raise. With the mid-delts being most active towards the end of the movement, leaning away really emphasizes their activation. To nail this exercise, set the cable pulley to its lowest position. Step the foot of the side you're working on slightly forward to give the cable a clear path. This position not only prevents the cable from interfering with our body, but also ensures the force direction is on point. The real game changer here is your ability to lean away, so make sure you're positioned close enough to the pulley for that perfect lean. Remember, it's all about optimizing each movement for the best results. The next muscle we're going to want to focus on is the lats. This massive muscle, often called wings, contribute to the aesthetic V taper, creating the appearance of a slimmer waist. This large muscle group extends from the lumbar spine to the humerus, enveloping the back. Their primary functions include shoulder extension, moving the arm behind, and shoulder adduction, drawing the elbow closer. While barbell rows and deadlifts are effective back exercises, if you find your lats underdeveloped, use an underhand grip for barbell rows to engage the lats more. For enhanced lat development, incorporate vertical pulling exercises like weighted pull-ups, chin-ups, or lat pull-downs. These exercises focus on the lat's full range, emphasizing the V taper look near the humerus insertion. You'll be hitting this gigantic muscle from different angles, and that'll really force the overall development of the muscle. I encourage you to check out the rest of our videos on the channel as we post twice a week with the goal in mind of providing value and developing a fitter community.